Hello everyone and welcome to another React video. My name is Draven and today we are checking out some Band-Maid. It's been a minute since we've done one, so here we go. And the way that I chose this one is instead of going through the massive list of songs that you guys suggested in the previous videos, because there's just so many different songs to choose from, what I did instead is I went to Band-Maid's YouTube channel. I went to their videos and I sorted by popular, and I wanted to see what is the most popular Band-Maid song on YouTube. And that brings us to today's video, which is Thrill. And it's sitting at the time of recording at about 23 million views, which is a lot of views. So I decided to click on that one, and I'm also seeing that this one is about 11 years old. At least the upload is. I'm not sure how old the song is, but the upload is 11 years old. And so that makes me wonder, is it the most popular song because it's been around for so long and just over time it's accumulated those numbers? Or is it really just that great of a song that many people have clicked on it and checked it out? So that's kind of what we're gonna, and I assume it's going to be a mix of both, let's be real. The other thing that's going to be very cool about this is seeing the difference between Band-Maid now with things like Ready to Rock and Present Perfect versus Thrill from 11 years ago. Are the styles different? Do they sound different? You know, what's the look? You know, things like that. So that'll be another thing that's exciting to check out, is just the contrast between Band-Maid 11 years ago and Band-Maid today. So I'm excited to check this out. Hopefully you are too. And with that being said,
shut up, Draven.
Let's go.
Breaking new gate.
God, they're so young. Oh my God, she looks like a child. Oh, it's like he looks so young. Ooh. Misa's wearing shoes. Since when? Seems like Psyche didn't fall into her like all black kind of gimmick that we're. Ooh. right. The solos are still intact, that's for sure. That was a long Misa solo. All right, that was Thrill by Band-Maid. Let's go talk about it. I really, really enjoyed this one. It might not have looked like it during the reaction because I didn't really do much or say much, but I was zoned in, and that's usually a sign of me liking something, is not wanting to talk all over it and actually wanting to listen and pay attention. So, and it's for a couple of reasons. One of them, it was just cool to see how they looked and sounded 11 years ago versus today, which leads into the second point of when I listened to this, and let me start actually. I'll preface this by saying that I know I don't listen to nearly as much Band-Maid as all of you who are going to watch this reaction and probably comment. So keep that in mind when I say this, but Thrill doesn't sound like a Band-Maid song, if that makes sense. And obviously it is, but in present day, like all the Band-Maid stuff that I've heard that's like newish, and every time it starts or every time I'm listening to those songs, I go, okay, yeah, that's a Band-Maid song. And I'm not saying that dismissively or anything. I'm not saying like, oh god, here we go, another Band-Maid song. Sounds the same. But they do have a particular sound. And you could recognize it right away. Once you've heard a few Band-Maid songs, you're like, okay, yeah, that's Band-Maid. It's like if you were to listen to AC/DC and, you know, you hear the dun, 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 you know what I'm saying? You know that's an AC/DC song because it sounds the way that it sounds. Band-Maid, I feel, with a lot of the newer stuff, if you were to play it and not tell me who it is, in the first 14 seconds, I could probably guess that it's a Band-Maid song. This one was completely different. Well, completely. This one was different enough that it wasn't instantly recognizable as a Band-Maid song. And I'm not saying that as either a good thing, like good, it doesn't sound like that, or a bad thing, like, oh, it sounds nothing like Band-Maid. I'm just saying it sounds different, at least to me. And that actually got me hooked in a little bit more, knowing that it's Band-Maid and not having the same kind of Band-Maid sound that I'm used to, kind of made me pay attention a little bit more. And I really, really enjoy this one. The other thing that's notable is that not everyone is in their outfit that we're used to. This is, again, 11 years ago. They're fairly new at this point, I believe. And I was reading in the comments section of the actual video, there was someone that put like a nice big thick paragraph about this song. I guess Band-Maid almost got dropped by their label, and then this music video came out, which is, I guess, the first music video ever put out onto YouTube by Band-Maid, which explains probably some of the viewer count it being so high because it's been around for so long. But I guess they uploaded it to Facebook first, and it absolutely exploded, and then the label was like, oh, we have something here, and then they kept the ladies, and then I assume they just kept going. I don't know their whole history with their labels. Yeah, so what I read is that this is the song that basically saved Band-Maid, at least as far as their label is concerned. I'm sure someone is going to drop a 16-page essay about the history of this because you guys are super passionate, and someone always does, and I read it. I absolutely do, because I am interested in seeing that stuff. I like the business behind the business, if that makes sense. I like hearing those little backstage stories kind of thing. So don't ever feel like you're flooding the comments with like useless information or anything. Like, I actually enjoy reading that. I've seen other reactors say that they don't like when they get the big, history of kind of thing. I do. I think it's freaking cool. So feel free to share that. But this was a really great watch. I actually really thoroughly enjoyed this song. Like, it almost gave me like pro wrestler entrance music kind of vibes at some points, which I thought was really cool. Like, just the main kind of riff almost sounds like wrestler kind of vibe. Which, and if you notice, there's a wrestling mask right there. So I know what I'm talking about. I watch a lot of wrestling. Anyway, that's beside the point. This was a cool watch. Always love checking out Band-Maid. I've kind of slowed down on the Band-Maid reactions lately because I went so heavy on them when the channel first launched that I kind of wanted to take a little break before I got burnt out and never wanted to react to them again. So now I'm slowly feeding them in. Like I do with every other band, I kind of take, a couple of weeks off. I think Band-Maid is probably a couple months at this point. But I like to space things out so that I'm not just overwhelmed with too much of the same. So Band-Maid will always be reacted to on this channel. I assume they're going to have new music hitting us soon, and I will react to that when that happens. And if they don't release anything new in the next, couple of weeks, months, whatever, I'll go find another old song and I'll react to that. And we'll just continuously have Band-Maid stuff on the channel. Now, with that being said, if there are any other bands or artists from Japan, from anywhere else on the planet that you want me to check out, please feel free to do so in the comments. And if you like the reaction, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hype this one up. And in the meantime, YouTube thinks you're gonna like this one, so go check that out. And as always, we'll see you at the next one.